Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me, and looking forward to talking about. We haven't been together for a while. I'm looking forward to getting caught up here.
Coach, somebody scheduled this whirlwind tour of the United States, and we've missed our weekly show a couple times, but we're back.
We're back and ready to go.
Well, speaking of that, you had one game last week on the schedule. Local rivalry, you beat Stony Brook 71-63. Another outstanding game from a guy who's given you 11 outstanding games this year, DeJour Bowie. What'd you like from your team in the game against the Seawolves?
Yeah, that was a really good college basketball game. I mean, two teams fighting it out, slugging it out. Stony Brook was good. We were good. At the end, we were a little bit better. Great college basketball game, and at the end, because of what DeJour Bowie did, we were able to win that game.
I know you fifth-year seniors don't often come, especially one at the point guard level. What have you seen from him in the maturation process this year that has allowed him to really take his game to the next level?
He's acting. Coaches will use this phrase. He's acting like a senior. He knows it's his last year. Every day means so much to him. In the perfect world, that's the way it should be for every player, whether you're a freshman or a senior. But I look out my office window and we have practice at 3 o'clock, and it's 2 o'clock. He's already out there. He's shooting. He's getting some shots up. we have a day off and he's not even supposed to be in there. I look out there and he's in the gym getting shots up, and he's just locked in. He's playing so well. I think he's savoring every moment, which is what everybody should be doing. He's savoring every moment, and boy, he's making the most of it.
You had a pair of double-doubles in the game against Stony Brook. Eli Permerton, 15 and 10. Tariq Coburn, 10 and 12. Tariq was especially active on the offensive glass, so almost like a difference maker there. What'd you like from Tariq's game, and Eli really being the consistent player he's been all year?
Yeah, what you like is that when we say this all the time, when you're not making shots, do the other things. And those guys did it. Like Tariq had a tough shooting night. He's a great shooter. So's Elijah. They both had bad shooting nights, which are going to happen. You talk about that in September. Hey, remember, you might have a bad shooting night. Make sure you're guarding your man. Make sure you're, getting rebounds and so forth. And that's what they did. So, really proud of them for doing that. Really proud of them for not hanging their head because they were missing shots and realizing, you know what? I better go get some rebounds to help my team. And we won because of the way those two guys rebounded the ball.
Yeah, and your team was especially strong down the stretch. You kind of mentioned earlier that has to give you some reassurances about that you got the right guys on the court and right team going for you. That, a tight game, 1-2-point game, you guys pulled away at the end. Obviously, you're a good free throw shooting team, and that helps. But your team made winning plays down the stretch.
Yeah, we did. And there's a lot of poise with this group. There's a lot of guys. They believe in each other. There's, led by DeJour, which we're starting to sound like a broken record now. But, you can't sleep on the fact that Elijah's got experience. Jalen plays like a senior, even though he's a junior. Tariq, Isaac. There's a good chemistry out there, and there's a good belief in each other that we're going to execute down the stretch, at both ends of the floor, and make all the winning plays that will equate into a win.
We'll take a step back now, since we haven't spoken since your California, Florida, St. Bonaventure trips around the United States. Your team, I would say, was a successful trip around the country. What did you like? What did you learn about your team during that 5-game stretch?
Yeah, it was.
6-game stretch.
And you figured it out. 9,000 miles in 12 days. It was an incredible stretch, and we talked before the trip about how this would define our season, and I think it did. And we learned so much about our guys and our team and ourselves off the floor as well as on. We spent so much time together that I think that in the end, the hope is in the end we can look back and say, hey, we didn't win every game. We had some incredible wins. The UCLA win is a never forget that game win, and we can build on that. And at the end of the year, hopefully we'll be able to say we're good at the end of February because of that trip we took back in December.
Yeah, obviously you can take crazy great things from this UCLA win, and then you're very open about how you feel about how your team responded. And the St. Bonaventure game was a game you weren't happy with. You have two of the opposite ends of the spectrum on those trips to learn from. Can you learn equally from both of those? Can the wins provide as much as the losses can?
Well, we have to, and if we don't, then we won't value that trip as much as we need to value it. Yeah, you have to always learn. Like people say, well, one of my friends said, hey, burn the tape, forget that one. And I feel the opposite. We're going to never forget that game. We're going to, just like we're never going to forget UCLA. We're going to always remember UCLA. We're going to always remember the Bonaventure game because, as you just said, if you can learn from those two things, the highs and the lows, then in the long run, you're a good team.
Quick, funny questions, UCLA. How many text messages did you wake up from the morning after that win?
Well, I don't know how many I woke up to, but I figured that.
Or did you not go to sleep?
I tell you what, there wasn't much. I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want the day to end. Plus, I wanted to make sure it wasn't a dream that we won that game. I think that at the end of the day, there was about 350 text messages through the course of 24 hours. So it was fun, and we all had fun with it. It was, like I said, as Luke Carnesecca once said, we may never pass this way again. So let's enjoy it.
And now, speaking of enjoy, a little local road trip this week. Head to Princeton on Thursday, a couple days from now. Your thoughts about the Tigers heading into that game?
Well, they are who they are. There's something to the mystique. It's not a mystique. They really good team. They all shoot the ball well. They have a big guy inside that's going to be a tough load. They seem to dictate the tempo of games every time they play. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a real challenge, and we got to hope that we can play well and make some shots. And although I got to say that we missed 50 shots against Stony Brook, and if you just said to me back in September, you're going to have a game where you miss 50 shots, I would say to you, well, chalk that one up in the loss column. I don't think we can win, and we proved that we can win when we miss 50 shots. So hopefully it never happens again, but we got to hope to make some shots on Thursday night. Both
programs once coached by Butch Van Bredikoff. Crazy little quirk between the two programs. And then Sunday, you're back in action at home again. 2 home games in the span of like 10 days. You have another local rival, Manhattan College. Great local rivalry for us. Your thoughts about the Jaspers?
Well, I can't talk to them specifically, but we can talk about the day. Great day to come watch a basketball game. It's a noon game. If you got to do some shopping, maybe your wife has to do some shopping, grab your kids and come watch the game. It'll be a great ball game. The Jets and the Giants are done. Their season's over. Buffalo Bills, meanwhile, are back in the playoffs for the second time in 20 years or whatever it is. But the Jets and the Giants are done. Their seasons are done. Come to the game on Sunday. See a great game. You'll be out of here by 2 o'clock, and you can go have a Christmas party or drink some eggnog.
You heard it from the coach. Sunday noon here at the Max Sports Complex. Hofstra versus Manhattan. Get your tickets now. 516-HOFTIXX, HofstraTickets.com, or visit the ticket office in the lobby of the Max Sports Complex. Coach, as always, thank you for your time.
I'm glad we're back together again. It's been too long.
Yes, it has. And thank you for joining us on the W. Mason Coach Report with head men's basketball coach Joe Mihalich.